Days on market is an important real estate metric that is important to both home buyers and home sellers as well as realtors. And it basically, the big thing it does is it kind of gauges how the real estate market is doing, and it helps set expectations for both home buyers and home sellers. So days on market or market time is the time it takes from the moment the house is listed in the MLS, which is day zero, to the time it comes off the market and being put under agreement, meaning there's no more showings on the property. Doesn't necessarily mean it closes, but it means it's come off the market. There's an accepted offer on the property. So as I said, it's an important indicator for how the real estate market is doing. Low days on market, like we're seeing now in 2024, is about 2 or 3 weeks, and it's telling us it's a seller's market. Seller's market, the seller has the advantage. But a more traditional days on market that we've seen for most of my 20 plus year career is more in the 70 to 75 day range, which is showing it's more of a neutral to a buyer's market, which is indicating that buyers have the upper hand in the market. So it's important to kind of pay attention to what's going on with days on market. Now, when we talk about home sellers, let's talk about what days on market means to you. You know, like we said, you want to pay attention to days on market when you list your home. If you're looking for fair market value on your house, it's going to be hard to beat the average days on market, because what that's telling us, average days on market to receive fair market value is 21 days or 75 days. So if it's higher and you want to sell your house quick, you got to ask yourself, how am I going to do that? How am I going to beat the average time if I want fair market value for my house? Really, the only way to do that is lower the price and gain a lot of interest in it. But past that, what you're looking for is, you want to price your home to sell your house in the average days on market. And that's where you'll get fair market value for your house, which is the most amount of money you'll probably get for your house. Buyers pay attention to it. So when there's low days on market on a property, like when it first becomes listed, that's where the most amount of interest is. You've got the buyers that have been out in the marketplace. They're serious buyers. They've lost a few listings. They're ready to go. They're your best buyers, and they're just waiting for that next new house to come on the market because they've rejected every other house on the market. So when it's new or low days on market, you're going to have your best buyers get excited about the property. Now, as you start to get past the average days on market, say the average days on market right now is 21 days, you start to hit 30, 40, 45 days. Now buyers are going to start to wonder, why is this house not selling? Why does no one else want this house? And why do I want a house that no one else wants? There's some psychology behind this, and there's a herd mentality. When they go to an open house, when it first comes on the market and there's 20 groups of people going through, excitement is high and it validates their decision to buy. But then as time goes on, they're just like, well, nobody else wants this house. Why should I? So you need to think about that. And when you start surpassing the average days on market, you need to be talking to your realtor and be putting a plan in place. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to go through some stats here. Give me 2 seconds. In Haverhill, I did a little analysis just recently, if I can find it. Bear with me for 2 seconds. And that analysis shows that properties that sold in less than 25 days sold for 103% of the listing price, and the median sale price was $350. Now, as you went from 25 to 50 days, which is beyond our average market time right now, the average percent of sold to list price dropped to 99%, and the median sale price was $310. Now, when you went to 50 to 100 days on the market, the percentage of sold to list price dropped to 98%, with a median sold price of $285,000. And then 100 to 200 days dropped to 97% sold to list price on the market, and the median sold price was $275,000. So this does show you there's a correlation of days on market to how much money you receive for your property. So you do want to pay attention to it. And obviously there's other factors going on here. It's not strictly just the median house price, but days on market does play into that, because as things sit on the market much longer than the median house price, you also activity drops on the property from home buyers. You're going to get less and less and less showings, and with less showings, the buyers know that, and they're going to be more willing to negotiate and try to bring your price down. So as a home buyer, as a home seller, how do you change that? There's only a couple ways you can change the days on market. The biggest and best way is to just price it right at fair market value or slightly under market value, depending on how the market is doing. In an extreme seller's market, you can price a scooch higher than fair market value. But this is the best thing you can do to prevent your days on market from piling up and getting too high. The other thing is prepare your house. Prepared houses that are move-in ready and look great, they sell fast and they sell for more than what I would say fair market value, just because they're a market leader and buyers want them. And then lastly, you want to look at and hire a realtor that is providing you the best marketing that you can get on your property. And what does that look like? That's professional real estate photography. We're not talking about a real estate agent who whips out their phone and takes a few photos. We're talking about drone photography wherever possible. We're talking about floor plans. We're talking about interactive floor plans. We're talking about getting it pushed out past the MLS through social media and other marketing channels to reach the most amount of buyers out there. So days on market is a very important metric for sellers, and you should pay attention to it, and you should be discussing days on market with your realtor, not only when you list your property, but also as your property is on the market and you start maybe sitting on the market longer than the average days on market. You want to put a strategy in place. Now, home buyers, again, it gauges the market. Like I said, right now we're in a pretty extreme seller's market where houses are going almost immediately after they come on the market. So this actually dictates the time that you spend in the market. This will tell you that basically you got to get out there and you got to see every house that comes on the market the week that it comes on, or you're going to miss them. They're going to be gone by the following week or the week after. You got to get right out there, either visit that first open house, call your realtor, get in there right away. But it also tells you, okay, so you go to an open house, you see 20 people sitting at the open house. There's a lot of excitement at this house. Average days on market are low. The house looks, and you're going to have an idea that the house is priced fairly, and you need to react quickly. You can't wait 2 weeks to see if something better comes along if you want this house. That house will not be there. So it really determines how you're going to view houses, how quickly you need to view houses, versus say 10 years ago. Maybe you were busy one weekend and you didn't have time to go look at houses. You could wait 2 or 3 weeks and that house would probably still be there. But that's not the case today. But past, how you view houses and when you view houses, you also want to look at days on market when you go to structure an offer. When your realtor works with you and says, well, the average house in this price range is selling 14 days on market. They're selling for 103% over asking. Kind of gives you an indication of how you need to negotiate for the house. You need to come right in and you need to put your best offer forward. You're not going to have time to negotiate back and forth because, quite frankly, you could be trumped by a better offer. And if this is a great house, you don't want that to happen. Now, if the house has been sitting on the market way past average days on market, this kind of is an indicator that you can probably negotiate pretty hard on price, terms, and conditions of an offer, and you have the time to do that. Someone might not come in and trump you. Can it happen? Yes, but if your goal is to really negotiate hard, you really need to be looking at homes that might be sitting on the market for a longer period of time. So days on market is an important metric for everybody involved in a real estate transaction, and you really need to work with your realtor and have an understanding of what days on market is and how it impacts you. Realtors spend a lot of time looking at days on market, so we're very well versed in days on market, and we're always paying attention. Okay, days on market on the rise, so the market might be transitioning, or say this home just came on the market and my buyer is contemplating an an offer, or this home has been sitting on the market for 60 days and they're contemplating an offer, you're going to actually advise maybe different negotiating strategies dependent on the goals of your home buyer. So pay attention to days on market and realize how it impacts you.